Welcome, everyone, to the Adrian Pius Show. I'm Adrian Pius, the voice of the galaxy, and a shining beacon to all of humanity. I am the Vox Waves. I am to the Vox Waves what the Astronomicon is to the warp, a guiding light for all of you stumbling about in the heretical darkness. I tell you what's right, and spoiler alert, it's me. I'm right. And the things I say are right. Today, we are covering some news from Coram Perry 5. And I'm very interested to hear what my listeners have to say about this. Because Governor Gregg has declared his so-called big push down, where he is giving citizens licenses of reclamation, allowing them to form militias and retake dangerous parts of the Underhive that have been deemed ungovernable. Now, I'm not on Coram Perry 5, and if I was, I wouldn't be down in the depths. No, I much higher up. We're talking spires here. I think I'm worth at least that. So I'm gonna be honest. My knowledge of what's going down with the big push is limited. It is limited. But ignorance never stopped me from voicing an opinion. But I'm curious to hear from you and get your perspective on what's going down there. Is this whole thing a big debacle? Are people making progress? We'll find out today, and we'll get it straight from the Grok's mouth. Let's see what we have. We have everyone's, and of course we have some. Pat is keeping an eye on the Vox network to see what you all have to say, and it seems there's some talk about Sons of Malice. Pat, you know anything about Sons of Malice? Some new gang? It sounds like a gang, doesn't it? Sons of Malice. Urgh. Sons of that sounds like a gang, right? It's probably what it is. Probably one of the gangs involved in the big push down. Or it might be. It could be a belligerent group too. Could be. Could be some heretical group. Well, we'll find out. We'll find out as we continue to go on. We have. Let's see. Anything else? No. We'll keep an eye on what the chatter is going on in the Vox network. So, what as usual. Just want to let you guys all know how this works. If you want to call in and share your thoughts on the public, all we ask that you make a small donation to the Adrian Pius Show. Then we'll take your call live on the air, listen to your wild, uninformed opinions, and I will respond with my own equally wild and uninformed opinions that are objectively more correct. So let's get to talking about the big push down, because you essentially apply for a license of reclamation, and you grab your pals, grab some stubbers, and trot your merry way into the abyss and fight whatever's down there. Right? We have Miles O'Halloran coming in loud and clear. Go ahead, Miles. This is a donation for the Imperial Truth. Miles, if you are one of the Imperial Truthers, it might not be wise for you to send financial support for one as me, because I'm tired of this nonsense of talking about the Emperor like he's not divine, that he's not something beyond normal men, that he's just like one of us, just like one of us. Have some amasec with the Emperor. Just sit around and talk like he's a man like you or me. The Emperor is so much more than that. Anyone who says otherwise is is a heretic as far as I'm concerned. But no getting me distracted. I took that, and we're gonna get back to the big push down. So yeah, you just grab some stubbers, and like I said, you just trot your way in merry way into the abyss, fight whatever's down there. So far, from the reports I've heard, we've got orcs and heretics and gene stealers and of all the ridiculous things, we have so-called pickle zombies. Now that sounds like something out of an urban legend, that the discarded brine somehow can infect people, that there's something wrong with the pickles that are being produced on Coram Perry 5. And that sounds like some kind of propaganda. We got some different things. Different people are saying some different stuff. A lot of it seems to be that people are talking amongst themselves. It's a little bit hard to follow what exactly is happening. There's also dangers of plague zombies. That's coming out of the plague war. That seems to be of heretical sources. Right. Apparently, we have Totally Not Trazen, who of course recently won the Schola Council election and is now one of the 6-member board. And he's now talking about pickle whales. There might be veritable oceans of brine down there. That there might be an ecosystem with whales. Now, these are just preliminary reports, but because I said it's true. So, I mean, there's a bunch of different areas that are being invaded and fought over by everyone. We have real Astra Militarum regiments. We have poorly equipped menials. We have gangers, and they're going down into the purest depths, the brine wastes, the reactor fields, the fungal caverns, and the plague ward. All that sounds like a bunch of lovely locales for some R&R. Oh, we got a question. An important question. Can never fail bunkers save us from pickle zombies? We have tested Adrian Pius never fail bunkers, and if you are worried about pickle zombies rising up out of the brine wastes and threatening your family, you can make use of your never fail bunker. Never fail bunkers are tested and proven to be zombie proof, as a zombie has never ever actually broken into a Adrian Pius never fail bunker. No pickle zombies have ever been able to crack the tough outer shell of never fail bunkers. Never fail bunkers allow you to seal yourself inside with enough food and water and electricity to keep you and your family safe for about 6 months. After that period of time, you're on your own. Never fail bunkers. Hope that the war lasts less than 6 months. So, getting back to the topic, why is Greg doing any of this? That's the big question. We have someone here claiming to be a space marine, a heretical space marine who led an attack on Coram Perry 5. Can anyone confirm that this is true, or is this the ravings of some kind of that sounds like something I should have heard about? Can confirm. But that's from Timmy the Tech Priest. So I don't think he's reliable about anything. Can someone who isn't Timmy, who isn't a known liar and criminal, can somebody who isn't one of those things confirm? All right, so we've got now. Is he part of the big push down? Were these guys just buried under the in the underhive, or is this? I feel like I would have heard about this if it was a like an invasion. I'm sort of relying on my trusty listeners as opposed to my untrustworthy listeners. So they might account for some of the pickle thievery that's been going on. The Casa. Who's all right? Oh, we have a caller coming right in, and here we have. It looks like we have a new message for you. This is from Corum Perry Channel 5. That's coming through right now. This is a message from Corum Perry Channel 5. We have exclusive footage of the Underhive activity, and here is a free preview. And thank you, Adrian Pius, for this ad space. Not a problem at all. Anything I can do to bring this sort of into a bring you the information you need to know. Now we do have apparently this member of Sons of Malice has sent me some sort of let's see if we have a message coming through. I am not seeing where is the message? What message have you sent me? I'm not seeing one. Are you talking about the thing you sent early? All right, we have a Cadian officer. We'll get down back to the Sons of Malice in a second once I understand what this gentleman is talking about. All right, we have a Cadian officer coming through. Go right ahead. We journeyed deep into the dark waste below, where not even light could penetrate the void, going through a labyrinth of twisting, unknowable geography. We saw those dark, twisted icons. Oh, Emperor. Well, it looks like at least it looks like the Acadians are making some progress. It doesn't seem to be a great time, though. But I am, not surprised that going into an underhive, there's a reason why that part of the underhive is abandoned. There's the dangers down there are immense, and I salute those who've been brave enough to go down and sort of fight the good fight. Let's see if I can find any kind of. I'm looking for this apparent message from the Sons of Malice. I'm not seeing anything. So far, I'm not seeing anything. Now you got to if you're sending me a message, you're going to have to send it directly to me, Adrian Pius. But we'll keep you up to date on the Sons of Malice situation as soon as we're able to get more info. So this is the real question. Why? Why now? Why is Greg doing this? Or more appropriately, why are his handlers doing this? First of all, I think that this has everything to do with distracting people. Pickle prices have been skyrocketing as the Echelon Pickle Consortium has been consolidating their holdings and forming what some people call the biggest pickle monopoly since Agromax purchased the endless dill fields of Gherkin Prime. And what's that? What do you mean, Pat? What do you mean we can't talk bad about Echelon? Oh, they're sponsoring us. The Echelon Pickle Consortium is sponsoring us. Oh, all right. Sorry, folks. I misread my notes. That's actually the Galactic Brining Union that's forming a monopoly, not the good folks at Echelon. Echelon, the power behind the pickle. Anyway, my point is it's all a distraction. That's right, folks. It is a distraction. The other thing that this big push down masks is Greg's inability to manage crime and corruption among the Arbites and among elements of the PDF. All right, we have a message coming in. Go ahead. You are on the Adrian Pius show.
Yes. Before you ask, we are Tau that use melee weapons and are separate from the main empire. But we got to Corumpere 5 with simple fake mustaches. How?
I see this individual is claiming to be a Tau. But as we all know, Tau are unable to produce fake mustaches. They can't grow real mustaches. They don't make fake mustaches. So this sounds like misinformation and a hoax to me. I mean, anyway, if anyone could just put on a fake mustache and walk around Corumpere 5, I wouldn't see why everyone wouldn't do it. Why wouldn't pickle zombies do that? All right, we have another message coming through. This one is actually from Underhive Radio, so go on and go ahead. Hello, this is one Hive Underhive Radio here, just letting everyone know we're back in the broadcast center and would like to thank Sultan. Well, always happy to get out this news. Seems to be a lot more Vox networks appearing on Corumpere 5. I know Timmy had a Voxcast. I know there's RNN. There's, of course, CVNN. And now we're talking about the Hive Underhive Radio. So I think that's another interesting development that's been here. All right, we got another message from Miles O'Halloran. Go ahead. Yeah, I'm a bit out of the loop. Can you just do a brief overview of what this deep push down is? Well, it is the big push down. And I guess we have more people listening now than we had before. In the wake of the Scola Council elections, Governor Greg announced a new initiative, the Big Push Down, where he is issuing licenses of reclamation, which allow citizens of Corumpere 5, provided they pass a basic genome scan, to be able to form militias, or if they're already part of a military unit, their commanders can take them, reclaim land down in the Underhive, with the promise of either you are given a monetary reward and control of the sector is handed over to the planetary governor, or you can parlay that into a position as prefect of the district that you've taken over. So that's kind of what this all is. It is getting a lot of people to march down into the darkness where people have abandoned for a very long time. And my whole point is that this is a distraction, and I believe that this is part of Greg's effort to hide his incompetency with dealing with crime and corruption. All right, we are moving right along, and we just have to make sure that we are.
Join Malice for true freedom. The Sons of Malice 9 Company are attacking Coram Pere 5.
And really, what you need to understand is that crime, that riots that really haven't been dealt with. It's just the populace of Coram Pere 5 riots at the drop of a hat, and Governor Gregg has been utterly unable to control these things. He hasn't been able to effectively use the arbites. He hasn't been able to, if he needs to, declare martial law and use PDF. The PDF's too corrupt. The arbites are too corrupt. Everyone is causing problems. So what does he do? How does he solve this problem? Does he purge the hive of gangers? Does he root out corruption? No, he declares his big push down, and all of the greedy scum, like I said, they just go off into the darkness and hoping to find their fortune. So, what happens? What happens if these idiots lose? Who's to say that the things they're losing to don't start to push back, don't start threatening populated areas? Or we're getting some news that the PDF made good progress, though they've lost countless thousands. Well, that's not really a change. Yeah, I mean, the PDF's constantly losing thousands. It's anytime these riots break out, anytime I'm sure they lost many more during the Civil War. Go right. We're getting a report that the Goldhawks have done an internal investigation, and they have found zero evidence of corruption. So that you're gonna take that report for what it's worth. I'm repeating the reports as I get them. Now with all that said, I think we ought to hear from one of our sponsors. So have you found yourself with an overabundance of money? Do you simply not know the most patriotic and emperor-loving thing to do with all that wealth? Then wonder no more, because I'm here to talk to you about the Adrian Pius Foundation, one of the finest charity programs in the entire galaxy. We make sure that your money goes to the right people for the right causes. After all, who else would you want to trust to handle your vast financial reserves? Why not put it in the reliable hands of Adrian Pius' foundation? The Adrian Pius Foundation. Give me your money. You're not doing anything with it anyway. So, I mean, I'm going to be honest about all of this. I am all for reclaiming territory in the name of the emperor, but this haphazard free-for-all is simply not the way to do it. I think Governor Gregg and his handlers are just trying to dump all their problems down a hole, and they're just hoping that nothing, comes back up. A totally not Trazen is saying that he's doing things with his wealth. Aren't you a Scola council member? I don't think their salaries are that high. What do you mean vast wealth? I didn't know you had vast wealth. I thought you were all about starting museums. All right, we have reports that the Blue Hawks are losing thousands. Gold Hawks are not. No, I mean, you can't send all of the PDF down into the depths. If anything happens, there's no response. When am I going to have another live Voxcast with Soy Joseph Whatsoy? You really like it because I repeatedly interrupt him because he's not interesting enough. Look, I'll have other people on, but I'm gonna be honest. I like my airtime. I like my chance to talk. I like to I like to be the conversation. What is a better conversation than not having any kind of pushback? But if I can find, a weak enough, inarticulate enough person to come on and stumble through an explanation of why I'm wrong, uh, I would be happy to have that. This gentleman keeps telling me he sent me a message. I haven't received it. If you're sending me a message via, let's take a look. No, I'm still not seeing anything. I don't see a message if you've sent it to me. You sent me the message in two parts. I don't see a message. Was there another one other than the one that you? I'm not seeing a second message. I saw the one that you sent in. And there seems to be some taunting going back and forth between the Blue Hawks and the Gold Hawks. All right, I'm getting a I'm getting a most recent update on what's going on. So we have. I don't know about a Chaos invasion, but I heard a ship full of treasure crashed on Corimpere's moon. That's interesting. We have Nick Fulton. Go ahead. You have a suggestion for the show. Yeah, why don't you hire an Ogren co-host? Look, my Voxcast is far too sophisticated and complicated for the minds of an Ogren. Now that's not to say that Vox News does not have Ogren-friendly programming. So there might be a time and space for that too. And we got some more. We got to have a couple of messages coming in. Looks like this is going to be an FGPC PSA. Go ahead.
The ganger things of the Rowdy Boys cause great damage to Pipe District, due to which plumbing across main Hive Borough is impacted. Ganger filth also lies slander that FGPC do not like. The Great Horned Emperor call us heretic things. Slander lie, Rowdy Boys. Gang things are true heretic things. They break Emperor property and ruin the lives of Emperor followers. That is heresy scheme. Just as we try to fix reactor fields, remember your toilet, sink, bath, and water does not work until we fix damage because of Rowdy Boy things. Please inconvenience them as much as they do to you. Any financial laboring or fighting anyone threatens Pipe District will assure swift, smooth restoration of functioning plumbing.
Oh, that was a very long and convoluted convoluted message, and I appreciate the Fluffgood Party Clan sharing that these gangers, these so-called rowdy boys, are proving what a mess this big push down is. That they're not invading and kicking out malevolent forces. They're fighting in a political party. They are disrupting the so-called democracy that Governor Gregg's supposed to be all about. I mean, that sounds like they were doing pretty good things, and now we just a lot of people don't have running water, can't use the can. All right, so I think I have this one. This came from Steel Legion Kane. He's gotten the communique from the Sons of Malice. Join Malice. He only wants chaos, not anything more. Join the cult of Malice. You'll find something better than your corpse emperor, blah, blah, blah. True freedom is this world will become the first demon world of Malice. Join or die, corpse emperor. The heresy, heresy, heresy. This is it's a threat for a dark crusade by the Sons of Malice. And who apparently are some sort of renegade space marine group, and they're threatening, and they're spreading their heretic lies. What do they offer? They say don't follow the emperor. Why? Because freedom. Nothing's more vague than freedom. That's one of the problems of this whole democracy thing. It's like, well, you get freedom. Freedom to do what? Freedom to elect your leaders? Freedom to choose incompetent people because the populace isn't educated enough to make informed decisions about who's running things? They have a Scola. The Scola system of Core Impere 5. We're just looking at Pyrrhus Hive. Let's just look at Pyrrhus Hive. There are 30 million Scola age children that live there that should be attending Scola, and they're not. Only about 7,000 students show up, and by reports that I've heard, most of them are just there to loot the school, pulling wiring out of the walls, stealing cogitators and anything else they can, even like the stored lunches. They'll come in and steal those and then sell them on the streets of the hive. All right, we got Miles O'Halloran coming back on. Go ahead. Yeah, one thing is the Green Party has been suspiciously quiet. Yeah, it was interesting. The Green Party seemed to have a pretty substantial push and nearly made it into the discussion for Scola Council, but they sort of fell off, losing a lot of support to Humius of the Big Brain Humi Party, who his campaign kind of came to slow down as well. So that was relatively interesting. And we have someone saying that they ate most of the Green Party members. Well, are we surprised that people resorted to cannibalism? Can any of you really say that you're shocked? All right, I think I have an update. So, there was apparently, so this is I got basically a rundown of what's been going on. We have let's see. I'm going to go. What we have is the basic ebb and flow of fighting, and then I can go and talk about the different groups that are fighting down there. So apparently there was a failed orc invasion. This caused orcs now to be infesting certain sections of the Underhive, and apparently the local moon somehow. I don't know how the orcs got. I thought they were down. They were in the Underhive. They're apparently pushing their way up, or the ones from down below, the feral orcs, might have tried to push up while some new threat appeared. We have apparently a failed Tyrannid invasion, resulting in feral Tyrannids populating some sections of the wasteland and the Underhive. And there also seem to be infected Tyranids in the brine wastes as well. Now we have had. Now, obviously, you had the. Oh, these are. This is the past. This is not recent. There was a failed orc invasion. That's why they're in. Oh, this is old. I thought this was recent. No, there have been both a failed orc invasion, and I think there was a failed splinter fleet invasion, which is followed by the Civil War, and also this is Kane. The 88th Steel Legion escaped the fall of Cadia, but then got stuck on Corum Perry 5. So that's now we're up to the big push down. That's everything that's been happening. Excuse me. So after an incident on, let me take a look. Taking a look to see all what's been going on. The Rowdy Boys apparently were just one of a random gang, but they've been getting they've been getting a lot of growth, kind of absorbing other gangs into them, and then fighting different heretical and Xenos factions. They were apparently a part of forces that were fighting against Sumalis in the Civil War. All right, here we go. We have the Cadian officer coming right back on again. Go ahead.
I think about it most nights now. Those dark, twisted images, we set them on fire. As they burned, it was like the smoke and crackle was saying horrible things. Emperor.
It's a very important point. And I think now might be a good time to get to one of our sponsors, because those kind of symptoms, I think we've all had an experience with that. Like, have you ever suffered from headaches, back pain, chronic fatigue, a persistent cough, dark voices, horrible dreams? Then maybe you ought to trust in Adrian Pius Pharmaceuticals, some of the most powerful placebos on the market today. Just one pill will fill you with the pure light of the Emperor, and you'll be able to feel it flowing through you. Sometimes the best cure is simply mind over matter. And you matter to me in more than a simple financial sense, mostly. Trust Adrian Pius Pharmaceuticals. What have you got to lose? Well, it looks like we have quite some interest. So if you want any of the goods, of course, that we have, you can definitely put your order in with Pat, and he'll make sure you're getting, whether it's Never Failed Bunkers, or the Adrian Pius Bubbleizer, or Adrian Pius Pharmaceuticals, or maybe you just want to donate to the Adrian Pius Foundation, which funds Adrian Pius projects all over the galaxy. You can go ahead and call Pat, and he'll get you set up nicely. So I really want to kind of emphasize that that the bottom line here is that this is a distraction. Governor Greg is really putting the thoughts, trying to get your mind not thinking about what he's doing. That's always been what I have said about Governor Greg, because Governor Greg doesn't make the decisions. Governor Greg is an ogre. Governor Greg has staff, people who are not as much in the public eye, that are not as much. We don't know as much about what they're doing, and we don't know what sort of things they've been passing. And I think one of the goals of the Greg administration is loosening the guidelines of what it means to be human. Now that sounds like a very big accusation, but one of the laws that, you know, I mean, I don't know if you have maybe missed out on this, but with the licenses of reclamation going out, is of course you need to make sure that you pass a genome scan, that you're not a mutant or a gene stealer or anything like that. But the key thing here is that what Greg is trying to do, in reaction. So anyway, like I said, I'm twisting myself up. I'm getting upset about this. Governor Greg has the genome scan you need to pass, and technically, beast men are not considered abhumans. They're stable mutations. They're very restricted in their movement across the Imperium. They're often found to be very dangerous. Some of them believe them to be vectors of heresy and disease. And generally, I am not for the propagation of beast men. But now, this legal standing of this, you know, species, of this different species, this offshoot, this sort of mistake of humanity, what Greg wants to do is he's putting it to a vote of do you believe that beastmen should be categorized as abhumans? Yeah, he wants to take mutants and say these aren't mutants, these are abhumans. He wants to I believe he wants to call them caprinids and bovids. So a lot of them are kind of goat or cow like. See, and of course it is Timmy the tech priest. They're human enough, send them into the meat grinder. That sounds like the words of a criminal to me. Uncaring about human well-being, uncaring about the purity of the human genome, as far as Timmy the tech priest is, reject human flesh, embrace weird flesh, right? That's what you're saying, right? We have some saying beastmen are loyal workers in Core Imperi. They help taste test the pickles. You mean that my pickles? Most likely, this is the odds of the Galactic Brining Union. I bet they're employed by the Galactic Brining Union, and I am going to put in my complaint first and foremost about these beastmen tasting the pickles before I do. Are they just tasting them? Do they have their tongues slathered all over them? Are they biting off pieces of Galactic Brining Union pickles? or are we? Because I know for a fact that the good people of the Echelon Pickle Consortium would not put quality control in the hairy hands of beastmen. Now, Zachary Weaver, I heard what you said, and I'm interpreting it with the voice of truth. I know what people ought to be afraid of, and they need to be afraid of people that are different from them. All right, we have another caller on the line. Go on ahead.
Gangs destroying your boss? Gangs destroying your shop? Sick of your boss? Want someone dead? We have a solution. Contact the Briners in the factory district of the Brine Wastes.
Thank you for that, whoever you are. All right, we have Mark Ashamed coming online. Let's go ahead. What do you have to say? Yeah, what do you think of the Mechanicus sanctions on Valhallans for their aggression against Vostroyans? Would banning all commissars end the war? Well, I think honestly, if there's infighting in the ranks of the Astra Militarum, it is likely going to have to be high command. Whatever Lord Generals are involved are going to have to assign blame of what's going on. But from all of what I can see, because I thought it was the Vostroyans who were the aggressors, not the Valhallans. But I'm not sure on that. That's I'm going to be honest with you. I am not familiar with the conflict within the Imperial Guard. But it might happen. There might be some leader who's a heretic. That's probably what I would say is root out the heresy. Once the heresy's found, there's not going to be any more fighting. Someone loves my content and hope I get the recognition I deserve and are able to create content for years to come. Don't worry. Adrian Pius will be repeating the same things over and over again for years to come, telling you the exact same political opinions and giving you reactionary hot takes for long, long into the future. Lord Rylands is saying the Valhallan Ice Warriors are heretics. I know the Voistrians were. I know they were neutral in the Great Heresy, and that's they sort of have this great shame hanging over them, and they're trying to regain that. So that might be why the Valhallans are attacking them. But again, I'm not as familiar with the conflict. So let's have another word from our sponsors. So, have you ever found yourself with an overabundance of money? Do you simply not know the most patriotic and emperor-loving thing to do with all that wealth? Well, worry no more, because today I'm here to talk to you about the Adrian Pius Foundation. Because the Adrian Pius Foundation supports many different initiatives. Adrian Pius House, the Adrian Pius Beach House, the Adrian Pius Car Fund, the Adrian Pius Battle Barge Fund, the Adrian Pius Private Army Fund, the Adrian Pius Illicit Substance Fund. All of these different funds you can help support with your donation. We will make sure that your money goes to the right people for the right causes. After all, who else would you trust to handle your vast financial reserves? Why not put it in the reliable hands of Adrian Pius's foundation? And now I'm hearing slander at this point. Someone's saying that Beastmen menials construct your never fail bunkers. No, this is 100% Imperium made solid construction, made by homegrown 100% humans. All right, we have Hawkins on the line. No, Hawkins runs the Scrap Hawk gang. Go ahead, Hawkins.
Mr. Pius, we made a new recipe for chili and for fungal fries. We did it. We managed to succeed, but there are rumors of orcs wanting the recipe.
Well, it does seem that there have been some success. I don't know if anyone has secured any of the districts yet. Has anyone found out if anyone is involved? If anyone has actually seized any of the districts, any of them are completely under Imperial control. Because that would be interesting to find out who has the prefecture, who's earned the prefecture. Seems we have Commander Baneblade going after Timmy the Tech Priest. So that's a conflict I am more than fine with, because I'm reasonably confident Timmy the Tech Priest cannot weather a Baneblade. All right, coming through, here we go, from the Fluff Good Party Clan.
Fluff Good Party Clan, confirm. Rowdy boy, things are full of beastmen, hurt good, honest man things like us. Dial 13GHE67 to donate to Pike District Restoration Fund. Yes, yes.
Now, this is one of the big shames of democracy is this party formed has been working hard to improve the area of the hive that they're in, where most of their constituents are, improving the plumbing and keeping things maintained, and what just ends up being hoodlumism and vandalism and just disruption is really damaging to Quorum Perry 5. And I think that the lack of care shown by the Governor Gregg administration is gonna cost them dearly. Timmy claims to be able to weather a Baneblade. He says he's going to wrestle it into submission. I don't believe. I don't believe that. Though Totally Not Trazen says that he can do it. I thought you like worked at a school. Not spreading outrageous rumors. All right, now we're getting some reports from this guy. I do believe this is a random person told me this, but suspects that infighting among multiple gangs and cabals are making conquest difficult, if not impossible. Well, we have another call coming in. Go right ahead.
The Fluff Good Party Clan worship a false emperor like the many-armed party.
Thank you very much, Senin Arandia, warning against the Fluff Good Party Clan. These are serious accusations. I mean, we've heard about the many-armed emperor, and we've heard about the great horned emperor, and I haven't heard from the ecclesiarchy about this. I'm not an expert on theology, but I would say it's up to the church officials to decide which of these are heretical and which of them aren't. Interesting. Steel Agent Kane's telling us about we have Timmy's Pickle Nukes, the anti-pickle cult. I mean, I can't. It's very difficult to keep track of every single faction that exists on Coram Perry 5. There are trillions of not trillions. There are tens of billions of people living in Coram Perry 5. I'm sure there's lots of different groups of people that are doing things. All right, we have a call coming in. Go right ahead. Yeah, we who are totally not orcs, by the way, would like to thank you for providing us with Never Failed Bunkers months ago. Best Weird Boy shrapnel ever. There we have it. We have another satisfied customer of Never Failed Bunkers. Never Failed Bunkers. They are the most reliable self-protection system available on the market today. A simple, small payment of the life savings of a menial can buy a third of a Never Failed bunker. But if you're able to make the down payment, you now have a sturdy construction with 6 months worth of food for your friends and family to share, assuming that you have a family of 2 or 3 children. Once the 6 months are up, you had better hope that war is over. Otherwise, you're kind of on your own. Never Fail Bunkers. Spend 6 months in a box. Why not? Coming in again, it looks like we have more Good Fluff Party Clan things. Go ahead.
Salmon, thing is traitor hooligan. We give him work, food, power, and he betray us to join rowdy boy things, helping them attack and ruining plumbing. He is liar bad heretic thing. Do not believe him.
It sounds like we have a message from the Arbites. Go ahead.
This is Jaconia Salves, judge of the Adeptus Arbites. We would like all listeners of this program to disregard any statements made by a heretic earlier involving dark imagery. All records to be expunged.
And we'll, of course, comply with that. The Adrian Pius show has no intention of propagating the message of heretics, only to mock them, because there's nothing more foolish in this galaxy than defying the will of the Emperor. And I think that's we're really skirting that line with Greg. Can I say that Greg is a heretic? I would say that we need to be careful of Greg because things are changing. And when things change, they tend to change for the worse. Things don't change for the better. They only change for the worse. And so we need to hold on to tradition as tightly and as rigidly as possible. So I think we've gotten a decent view of what's been going on in Coram Perry 5. That it's basically, from what I understand, and I've looked a little bit over some of the reports. Hold on, we got a call coming in. You are on the Adrian Pius show. Go right ahead.
Hi, yeah. Can I get a large Primark pizza with extra sanguineous sauce on the side?
This is not a pizza place. This is the Adrian Pius show. This is where the truth of the galaxy springs. You can't get better information unless the Emperor himself was before you. From my mouth springs the truth. From my mouth does not spring pizza. All right. All right. But that's, hopefully we don't have any more of those. But I think you all see where I'm getting at, that the this is going to turn into a big mess. This is going to backfire on Governor Gregg. He might have thought this was an easy sort of invasion, quick in, wipe out a few disorganized cultists or mutants, destroy them all, and then use the success of the big push down to further his political ideals, to further his whatever his agenda is. But now we're finding that any progress that's made by these forces, all of the progress ended up getting undone because of infighting. And I think what's going to happen, and this is unlikely because you're not going to get this kind of cooperation from gangers, but you kind of have to agree to some sort of ruling coalition for each one of these sections. So unless they can wipe out an entire gang and just defeat whatever monstrosities are down there in the Underhive, I find it very difficult to believe that anyone's going to be able to have hard control over whichever one you want, the Pyrrhus Depths, the Brine Wastes, the Reactor Fields, the Fungal Caverns, the Brine Wastes, if I didn't already say that. All of these things are not going to be held because the second anyone gets any progress, people are going to start turning on each other because they want the power. All right, I got a question. What do I think of putting pickles on pizza? I think that Echelon pickle products are a good match with any kind of food. Echelon Pickle Consortium are the most reliable pickle producers on all of Coram Perry 5. They are preferred 11 to 10. 11 out of 10 people prefer Echelon Consortium pickles over their leading rival, the Galactic Brining Union, there are investigations on corruption as well as poor product quality. And honestly, I trust the Echelon Pickle Consortium with my endorsement, with my business. And any of my pickle needs, I will go to the Echelon Pickle Consortium, and I will also happily put them on my pizza. All right, we have another call coming in. Go right ahead. Is this the pizza joint I heard about? No, this is not a pizza place. This is the Adrian Pius show. You're calling the wrong number. All right, can I get a real call in here? All right, go ahead. I think Greg was trying to remove the undesirables with this big push down. Now, I am sending Randy. I think that this is the correct answer. I think Governor Gregg is trying to eliminate. In some ways, I think it's smart because if you got a bunch of greedy gangers that are fighting over turf. Why not give them turf they can legally fight over? So that is a surprisingly smart idea from the Governor Gregg administration. But the problem is that they didn't. This is done so haphazardly. These gangs are not being incorporated into the military. They're not facing any kind of regulation. They're just kind of being dumped down there. And what I'm worried about is that they're going to stir up trouble, and that trouble isn't going to be easy to put down. That's what I'm worried about, and that fighting if fighting is down in the uninhabited parts of the Underhive, worrying that fight might come back up into the regular Underhive, and I don't want the manufacturing that's being done down there. There's a lot of Echelon Pickle Consortium factories that are in areas near the lowest parts of the hive, and I don't want them to become threatened. And that's not just because I personally stand to lose out financially in that case. Lord Rylands has a message here. stating that there is a war against the ecclesiarchy. Literally, all these cults worshiping dark gods spring up all over the place, and we have to crush them wherever they rise up. Wherever they rise up, we need to crush them. Welcome, Knox. Knox appears to be he's not confused. He knows what this is. And I just want to be clear that this is not. I'm not selling pizza. Anyone of you using this Vox line to try to order pizza, this is not it. You go ahead and you try the Cyrus Amani line. He'll be more than happy to take your pizza orders. That's what he ought to be doing anyway, is selling pizzas, not selling his lousy opinions. No, I think we've covered. I think I've said my piece on the Coram Perry 5 and the big push down and the current goings on. Just want you all to make sure you support the Echelon Pickle Consortium and its takeover of Galactic Brining Union property. Also, make sure that you are making use of the Adrian Pius Foundation. If you have been thinking of making charitable donations, you can give them to the Adrian Pius Foundation, always supporting different Adrian Pius institutions and making sure that you can still get Adrian Pius stuff delivered to you in a timely and helpful fashion. And make sure that you are also buying Adrian Pius pharmaceuticals, because if you suffer from headaches, back pains, dark visions, chattering voices, chronic fatigue, persistent cough, vague symptoms of any kind, you want to buy Adrian Pius pharmaceuticals. They are some of the most powerful placebos on the galactic market. One pill and you will feel the pure light of the Emperor flowing through you. Sometimes the best cure is simply mind over matter, and you matter to me, and I mean that in more than a simple financial sense. Trust Adrian Pius Pharmaceuticals. We have what you need. All right, I want to thank everyone who donated. I want to thank all of you who gave the inside scoop on what's been going on in Coram Perry 5 and what's been going on in the Big Push Down. Make sure we send our thoughts and prayers to those brave Cadians and their and the thing that happened that I won't go into because it's been redacted. But they're given the good fight and they're probably fine. But prayers to the Emperor will clearly be the thing to help them. All right, go. It looks like we got a couple last second calls coming in. Go ahead. There's the place for pills. I like some of them Emperor pills for the paid boys. Also a pizza. We do not sell pizza here. This is a Vox call-in show. No pizza, but you can talk to Pat about buying pills. All right, next one. Go on ahead.
Is this the Pickle Palace fast food, great food?
No, this is the Adrian Pius Show. We are talking about important political issues, and you are listening to my important opinions. That's the only thing that's happening here. This is not a food place. All right, next caller.
Yeah, so I saw Timmy with a lot of explosives, just for your information.
All right, we're going to double up some of our studio protection. I am not on Coram Perry 5, so I'm reasonably confident Timmy the Tech Priest is not going to be able to get off planet, find where I am, and then cause trouble. But appreciate the heads up, Hawkins. We will be vigilant. Oh, yes, of course. There is some rumors that I have a Discord where you can buy more Adrian Pius products, and some of you might want to participate in the Big Push Down. I'm warning you not to get entangled in the mess that is the Coram Perry 5 Big Push Down, but if you insist on taking a look, Oh, that's wrong. That is the wrong. I sent the wrong thing. I apologize. I did the wrong link. I don't know how that happened. I thought I clicked on. That is the incorrect link. That's the right link. I apologize. That's wrong. All right, there we go. So that is a Discord. If you wanted to go visit Corum Perry 5, you can find a way to get there through there. You can welcome yourself. You can help. I believe Zachary Weaver, who's also known as Orpheus, can kind of guide you through things there. He can direct you and tell you what the rules are, tell you where all the different channels are, and there are a lot of channels, but he can help you sort it out and find a place that's good for you. The Adrian Pius Discord channel, Adrian Pius 24/7, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, and going strong for 10,000 years and counting. Adrian Pius Discord channel. All right, I'm going to call it here for now. Appreciate everyone who donated, everyone who offered their points of view. Those of you who said mean things about Timmy, I applaud your efforts. Those of you who spoke against Adrian Pius or his goals, and those of you who spoke heresy, the Emperor's wrath will be upon you. So I'm going to sign off now. Wish you all the very best. Adrian Pius signing off.